let's go ahead and watch this final ace match in this best of 3. And just as always, want to say thank you to you guys. It's a pleasure casting these battles and the replays, and I have to say I'm really digging how these fresh recruits, these freshly chosen, are playing. So big thank you to the Everchosen Coaches once again for training them up. So here we go onto the map, and we are going to be seeing this one for the first time today. So for the High Elves, we're going to be looking at a force that consists of 1 Spearman, 5 units of Lothran Sea Guard. So a lot of missile power here with some bonus versus large. 3 Dragon Princes hidden here in the trees. Up in the air, a Star Dragon and Alariel the Radiant. Alariel's going to have Star of Avalorn, Shield of Thorns, as well as Arcane Conduit, Earthblood, Frost Protection, Shield Stone of Isha, Shield of Sapphire, and that is it. For the Dark Elves, their ancient rivals, we're going to have 2 Cold One Chariots. He's then going to have 2 Bleak Swords and 2 Dread Spears. For a missile force, we're going to have 3 Repeater Crossbows and 2 Cold One Knights to support them for that anti-large cav. We're going to have some Slaneshi Harvester, Doomfire Warlocks once again. And then up in the air, of course, we got Malekith, a very popular lord today. We only saw Marathi once, I think. Got Gaze of Malice, Soul Stealer, as well as Word of Pain. And that rounds out both of these forces, so let's see who comes out on top. Oh, man. Brett top tier. Running, yeah. High Elves and Dark Elves are just so popular. But hey, it happens in every game, so, you know, it's like they're the Ryu of Warhammer, you know? Boring old Ryu, but he's just good at everything in Street Fighter, and so there you go. But look at this, a huge pickup for the High Elves. Looks like, oh wow, they haven't killed the model yet. So far the Cold One Chariots are going to escape with their life, but aha, 1 model killed and a lot of damage being done. And now the Dragon Princes are just diving headlong into the Bleak Swords, where they will do some wonderful damage. Gaze of Malice going into the side of the Lothran Sea Guard doing some nice damage. And yeah. Oh no, the Star Dragon, excuse me, is going to be fighting up against Malekith, getting Boss Protection and Shield of Thorns. So that's actually helping keep it pretty healthy here. But these 3 Repeater Crossbows, once this magic wears off, are going to be laying down a ton of damage. But as I say that, look at this. The Dragon Princes are absolutely just blowing through the Dark Elf front line and getting on top of the juicy back line, on top of the Chariots, on top of the Repeater Crossbows. We do see some Cold One Knights coming out here with the Slaneshi Harvesters to help counteract that. A Soul Stealer up here in the aerial engagement, but now Malekith is effectively getting 2 to 1, and I mean double team. So we'll see what happens. But right now the High Elves are off to a very, very promising start. Prussian Prince cannot let the pressure up now, and just seems like the frontline engagements, boom, done. Lothran Sea Guard completely healthy, still throwing in a ton of crippling missile fire, and Malekith desperately trying to escape damage by landing on the ground, but he was followed and had a Soul Stealer popped, which is healing him up just a bit, it looks like. But yeah, right now it just looks like this is the High Elves game to lose, and Prussian Prince should be coasting to a victory here with a very, very convincing victory for this 3rd battle. Yeah, I mean, just look at the Dark Elf forces. They're just losing so many units left and right. You see a breath come in from Malekith doing some nice damage on top of the Star Dragon, but I do think it's going to be a little too just too little too late at this point. The Repeater Crossbows are all very tattered. Only one of them has used a decent amount of ammunition. The other ones have barely been able to get a shot off. 1 Cold One Chariot is just getting murked right now. The other one is down to 2 models and very low on health. And yeah, it just seems like the Dark Elves really got caught off guard by this High Elf army, and the 3 Dragon Princes just having a field day killing off all of this infantry. Malekith thinking about diving in, and then he's going to go ahead and pull back out. But yeah, Dark Elves getting knocked out by the High Elves in this ace match, best of 3 between Prussian Prince and Croissant. Some very good games of both players though. And funnily enough, this best 3 has been characterized by convincing victories from each player every game. I think a very convincing victory to Prussian Prince first game, a very convincing victory to Croissant with his Bretonia versus Dark Elves, and then a very convincing victory for the third game there. So great games both players. Prussian Prince going to take that victory though. So let's update the tournament bracket and keep going.